Hello, welcome back. I'm Abhishek De Silva, an undergraduate of the JAM Institute for Advanced Technology. Welcome back with the project named eShop, and today I'm gonna discuss about the program of this watchlist page, including the product add-in and viewing process. And here we can see I have two products in my watch list, and we can see the relevant product name is displayed here, and then the relevant condition and also the color of this relevant product, and also the price, and also the amount of items available in our stock, and also the seller name here. And if I click on this, and we can see the relevant icon has changed its color to red color, and then let's move to the watchlist page again, and here we can see the relevant product has updated to the watchlist page. So then let's move to the code of this. In the home.php file, inside the products viewing for loop, and near the watch list button, I have used if condition, and I have checked whether session by the name you is set. If so, I have called the function search, and with the query select all from watchlist table where user email equals to the email that's stored in this session, and the product ID equals to the ID that's stored in this product data. And then I have stored that in a variable called watch result set, and then I have obtained the number of rows in it, and then stored that number of rows in a watch list num variable, and then I have checked whether the watch list num is equal to 1 through this if condition, and then if the watch list num is equal to 1, I have called an on click function with the function as add to watch list, and then here I have sent the ID of the product data, and then here for the icon I have changed the color of this icon as text danger, and then as the ID of this icon I have given the text as heart and the ID of this product data. And then if this comes to the else, it means the watchlist num is not equal to 1. And then if it comes to the else, and here too I have called the on click function with the same parameter as product data and ID, and here I have given the color of this heart icon as dark, it means a black color. So then here too I have used the ID of this heart icon with the text as heart and the ID of this product data. And if I move to this add to watch list function, here we have obtained the relevant parameter as ID, and then I have created a new XML HTTP request and stored that in a variable called request here, and then I have called an anonymous function on each change in states of this request, and I have checked whether the status is equal to 200 and the ready state is equal to 4, and then if so I have obtained the response text of this request and store that in a variable called response here, and then I have checked whether the response is equal to added, and if so we have obtained the element with the ID called heart plus the ID that we have obtained, and we have changed the class name of this relevant ID to text danger, and then we have used the window.location reload. In the reload function we have used the reload function here, and then if it comes to the else if condition, if the response is equal to removed, and then here we can see we have obtained the element with the ID called heart and the ID here, and we have changed the class name to text dark here, and then here too we have called the reload function. And if it comes to the else of these two if conditions, there we have displayed the response we get back from the server side, and then here I have used the get method to send this information to the server side, and I have sent this information to this add to watchlist process.php file, and then I have binded the ID that we have obtained as the parameter, and then I have used the true here to mention that I am using the Ajax method, and then here I have sent the request, and then if I move to the add to watch list process.php file here, at first I have used the PHP script, and then I have used the session start, and then I have included the connection.php file, and then I have checked whether a session by the name u is set, and if not, here we can see I have displayed a message as please log in first. And then if there's a session by the name u and it comes to the next if condition, inside this if condition, and I have checked the whether an id that comes to this get method. If not, we are displaying a message as something went wrong and please try again later. And if you are getting an id through this get method, it comes to the inside of this if condition, and there I have obtained the email that's stored in this session called u and stored that in a variable called email, and then I have obtained the id that we get from the client side through the get method and stored that in a variable called pid here. And then I have called a search function again, and with the query select all from the watch list table, where user email equals to the email and the product id equals to the pid, and then storing the relevant results we get back from the database in a variable called watchlist results it, and then I have obtained the number of rows in it and store that in a variable called watchlist num. And after that, inside this if condition, I have checked whether the watchlist num is equal to 1. If so, I have obtained the results in this watchlist results set through the fetch sock and store that in a variable called watchlist data, and I have obtained the id that's stored in this watchlist data and stored that in a variable called list id. And then I have called an iud function here with the query as delete from the watch list, where watchlist id equals to the list id, and we have a code a message as removed. And then if it comes to the else of this if condition, where it checks whether the watchlist num is equal, and then we come to the else of this if condition, it means the watchlist num is not equal to 1. It means the relevant user has not added the relevant product to his watch list. In this, we have called an IOD function here with the query as insert into the watch list table. I have mentioned the relevant columns as user email and product ID columns, and I have given the values as email and the PID that we have obtained. And then here I have code a message as added, and then let's move to the watchlist.php file. Here in the watchlist.php file, I have checked whether a session by the name u is set. If not, we can see that we are redirecting to the form.php file. And then if the session by the name u is set, I have called a search function with the query as select all from the watchlist table, and then I have inner join the product table on the watchlist.product id equals to product id, and then I have again used the inner join to the product has color table. I have used the on keyword and product has color dot product id equals to product id, and then again joining the color table on the product has color dot color id equals to color dot color id, and then again inner join and the joining the condition table on the product dot condition id equals to the condition dot condition id, and again in inner join we are joining the user table on the product dot user email equals to user dot email. We have used the where clause here. We have checked the condition the watchlist dot user email equals to the email that's stored in the session by the name u, and then here I have obtained the number of rows in it and stored in a variable called watchlist num. And then after that, here I have used the PHP script and I have checked whether through this if condition the watchlist num is equal to 0. It means no any products in his or her watchlist page. So then I have displayed the empty view that we have discussed, and if the watchlist num is not equal to 0, it comes to the else, and inside this else I have displayed the relevant code code when there are products. And here inside this PHP tag I have used a for loop, and I have created a variable as x and assigned the value as 0, and then I have checked whether the value of this x is less than the watchlist num, and then I have used an increment here. And then after that I have obtained the result set that stored in this watchlist result set through the fetch, so can store that in a variable called watchlist data. And then I have obtained the watchlist id that's stored in this watchlist data array and store that in a variable called list id. And then here again I have used a PHP script, and then I have obtained the images of the relevant products through this search function with the query as select or from the product image table, where product id equals to the product id that's stored in this watchlist data, and storing that in a variable called image result set, and then obtaining the result that's stored in this image result set through the fetch, so can storing that in a variable called image data. And then after that as the src of this image tag I have a code the image path that's stored in this image data. And then as the name of this product I have a code the title that's stored in this watchlist data. And then as the color I have the color name that's stored in this watchlist data. Similarly the condition name that's stored in this watchlist data as the condition. And then the price that's stored in this watchlist data as the price, and then the quantity that's stored in this watchlist data as the quantity. And also here I have displayed the first name and also the last name as the seller. So this is the process of the watchlist page, and then let's meet in the next video, and bye for now.